Record. Hey, good afternoon, Balan.
Hey, good afternoon, Stanley. Hi.
Hey, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to coach you. And as agreed, I would like to ask you for permission, first to do recording of this coaching demonstration, as well as two, to be able to share this online to bring awareness of what coaching is from an educational perspective.
Yes, I'm good with it. Thank you.
Thank you. So before we start, let's spend some time, center ourselves, take a few deep breaths, and let me know when you are ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
In our time together, what would you like to focus on that will be of value to you?
I would like to talk about my existing business that I'm doing. It's called Herb in a Cup, and I've sort of hit a mental block or a roadblock, I should say, where there's only so much that I can do, and there's only so that means I've done the workshops that I want to do, or I've written up and I delivered them. And that's what I know for now. And what I don't know, I really don't know, meaning to say that how do I move beyond this mental block? Yeah.
Okay. Tell me more.
Okay, so Herb in a Cup, basically, I run wellness workshops, and I'm a one-man operating OMO, and if I need hands and legs, then I would get um, people to actually help me out with the business hands and legs partner. All that being said, right, after so many years of doing the same workshops over and over again and interacting with probably same clients because one refers to the other, I find that I've come to a point where I feel stuck. When I say stuck, I would mean because I'm a one-man operation and then I do the admin function, the procurement, the logistics portions, the proposal writing, even the billing and stuff like that. And all that and interaction with the clients to and fro, all that sucks up a lot of time or mental capacity. And I'm feeling a little bit burnt out or overwhelmed. It's like I've painted myself into a corner and then I don't have time to expand on the creative process of creating interesting workshops or curriculum for clients. And yeah, the other part is I'm always interacting with the same clients running the same workshops, but for different groups in their companies. So I find right now that I've become a roadblock to myself. Yeah.
Okay. Can I have your permission to reflect back what I hear?
Yes, please.
Yes, Balan, I hear a few things. One, it sucks up a lot of your time. Two, you're a one-man operation and you do almost everything. Three, you do not have time to create interactive content. And four, you're always interacting with the same client. How does that sound?
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
I'm curious as to how were you feeling when you said that you feel stuck?
I feel trapped, meaning to say I feel like my thoughts cannot evolve beyond because of the existing things that I need to do. So these things have to be done in present stage, and they take up my time. So there's very little amount of energy spent on thinking beyond what I'm actually doing right now. So I feel stuck in a way that I know I have to move beyond, because uh, I get bored easily also doing the same thing, to be honest. So it's like my life being on a repeat mode kind of thing. So I get headaches from feeling that way. That's the start for me. So it's an indicator, maybe the headaches that I mentioned right now that you mentioned. That's a indicator of yeah, just feeling stuck. You know, when you know what you're supposed to do, move beyond. But then at the same time, I have to do the billing. I have to send in the the write ups, and interact with the clients. Then if there's a workshop coming up, I need to procure item from or source from different vendors. Uh, yeah. So I don't have the bandwidth to do what I need to do, knowing what I need to do, and that gives me a headache.
I'd like to share with you an observation, Balan. Earlier
Yeah,
you mentioned
sure.
when you get bored easily and headaches, I realized that you laugh out loud and it was all over your face. I may be wrong. Yeah, do let me know, what's underlying.
That's the irony, right? I mean, okay, so I know what I am doing, and I am in a repeat mode now, and I can't seem to. Yeah, now that I mentioned, I can't seem to shift gears and move beyond, because I feel that if I don't do what I need to do now, then at the same time, then I can't um, make the money to forward all my other interests that I have pending in my mind. At the same time, doing the same thing, I get bored. So yeah, I get bored. Yeah, easily. It's yeah, it's not so much engaging. Like when you do it the first few times. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you like to focus on for today's conversation?
I like to focus on a way to actually maybe find that balance where or find that balance within myself to be able to manage the present operations or the present business model, and then at the same time um, have the capacity to do what is pending in my mind, like a lingering thought. So the balance, I like to find a balance between doing what I am doing and then having the ability to do what is next. Yeah. The balance, I would say. The middle path, if you call it. Yeah.
And when you say find the balance, what do you mean by find?
Okay, so when I mean find the balance, I would want to be able to go on to the next level without foregoing what I need to do with my day-to-day business. Yeah. So what's the best way for me forward to be able to, because the day-to-day is mundane, I would say, so I know roughly how to go about it. It just takes time and too much time that it doesn't give me any leftover energy or mental capacity to do what I need to do, take it to the next level. So that is yeah, what I need to do.
And what makes finding this balance important to you?
One is I would be in my creative space. I wouldn't have that headaches that come around to sort of haunt me. You gotta move kind of thing.
Mm.
So um and I would feel more rewarded because I don't want to live this year in the same style or fashion that I've been living um last year. I don't want it to be a repeat cycle of my life then it's meaningless to me in that sense. Yeah. I don't want to recycle the same experiences over the next years, I would say. So every year I try to have a different experience, and it's like my KPI for myself. I know that, you're making a difference. I'm making a difference for me, in terms of learning and growth.
I hear you mention that you don't want to do the same thing as you did, and you want to be in your creative space to do something different. And I'm curious to find out what's making you say you feel meaningless if you are repeating what you have done.
Okay, so it's meaningless, meaning to say that I've already experienced it, then I have the same experience. So it's like eating the same food and your taste buds die naturally, to put a metaphor into play, kind of
Okay.
thing. And then the year passes you by and they say, I had the same experience, which was recycled from the previous year.
Yeah.
So that was what meaningless means to me. And to put it in perspective, let's say I were to start another new workshop, and with because then it will be a new crowd, new marketing strategy. Everything is brand new. That gives like the spark of excitement.
Mm.
Yeah, and then I don't feel the same, because there's some level of uncertainty, but at the same time there's a level of opportunity, to experience something different. Yeah.
Okay. So earlier you mentioned time many times. You mentioned that it takes up a lot of time. If you have all the time in the world, what would you do differently?
I would fragment out the mundane tasks, the ones that I would procrastinate and do last, kind of thing. I've been doing it forever and ever. Um, to answer your question, I would fragment out the really um, mind blowing in a not so happening way tasks, out, and then take on the more critical matters of the business, if I had if I had time.
I
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
you
Sorry,
men-
yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, I hear you mention procrastinate. If all procrastination ceases to exist, what will you do?
I would do everything with um enthusiasm. The reason I'm procrastinating is because when I think of doing the mundane task, I get tired. I get bored. I feel my life being sucked away. So yeah, if it could cease, then I would do it with everything. Yeah, all energy in place.
Alan, I just want to find out what is it costing you if you remain status quo?
That's a good one. It'll cost me a few things, to be honest. One, it'll cost me um my health. It means I get these headaches that if I think about not doing the things that I know I'm meant to do. It'll cost me my business also because I'll burn out and feel that I dread doing it because I'm no longer enthusiastic about it. It's like the run of the mill, doing the same thing over and over again kind of thing. And it cost me my health basically. Yeah. If for, at a top level, that's what it'll cost me my health because I get headaches from that. Yeah,
What else?
it'll cost me my business because I'm doing the same thing without um evolving with I assume there are demands in the market that are always evolving and meeting new potential clients that could lead me to some other opportunities. That's the risk factor here. And um I don't learn anything. It means I don't feel like I'm growing. The growth factor is not there. The learning factor is not there. So it's basically a self-suffocation blanket if I don't move forward. Because all these factors literally cause me to, yeah, it doesn't really allow me to breathe and think properly. If I, it's a huge um, risk factor here.
I hear that it's costing you your health in terms of headache, business burnout, huge risk factor, learning factor is not there, growing factor not there, and suffocation. What are you learning so far as I reflect this back to you?
I'm learning or I'm realizing, right, that I have a choice right now. Um, there are things that are in steady state, like the present business is in steady state. I know I can close my eyes in a confident way and know how it's going to run. 'Cause I've been doing it for many years for the sake. Yeah. But the flip side is if I do not step into the next phase, then it's going to cost me my health. It's going to cost me my personal growth or development space. It's going to cost me my business also because I won't be so motivated to deliver the same content over and over again. Um, and the man in the mirror is the one sabotaging himself, self-sabotaging in that sense. And uh, yeah, I have to take it to the next level because it's gonna cost me if I don't. And there's already a existing platform which is more or less stable that like it will not collapse if I move to the next level. I just have to balance that part. Yeah.
If there were no consequences, what would be some actions that you would take to move to the next level?
The mundane tasks, the ones that are like day to day or you buying stuff, billing and stuff like that, that I initially shared with you that was sucking the life out of me or the time out of me. I could actually get somebody to help me, and that would free up my mental capacity and energy in that sense. And the things that are mission critical or crucial to the business, and then like interacting with clients and stuff like that, I could do it. I could do it. And then that time that I've actually unlocked and that energy also, I can take it and move it into the next phase of that creative nature where I want to explore other types of workshops. Yeah.
And by when will you do this?
Um, I can do a list tomorrow to segregate out the things that I feel I can let another party help me out with. Yeah, it's just a first draft of a list of items or some action items that somebody can help me out with, and then yeah, by tomorrow actually, by tomorrow I'll answer your question.
I'd like to do a check-in with you. Are we still making progress towards the outcome you want to achieve in terms of finding the balance between present operations and having capacity?
Yes, we are right on cue or right on on time for heading to where we want to go. Yes, we are.
Okay. And who can keep you accountable?
I'll probably get my wife to do it. Some people say it's not a good thing. Oh yeah, my wife. I'll get my wife. She tends to.
Okay. I'd like to share an observation, Balan, if I may be wrong. When you say you probably get your wife, your face light up, and then there's a big smile on your face. I'm just curious, what's going on there?
Okay, so my wife is the complete opposite of me. She's very like, straightforward and yeah, some things okay, we must stick to it, we must stick to it. So she can be a good accountability partner, where you must stick to it, you must stick to it kind of thing. So if I say that I put a list together and to say these are the things that I will move aside for now and I will focus on this, and you make sure that I stick to that list of what I written down. If not, I'll be wasting her time and my time, then I'll get a earful for yeah, wasting everybody's time.
Okay. I'd like to check in with you in terms of being clear about what you want to do in terms of your focus. So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not very clear and 10 being crystal clear in terms of what you have to do for finding this balance, where are you at currently?
I'm at a 9. Why I say that is the 10 is a confirmation that, these are the things that I'm going to do. So I have to like test this out first. So at a 9, and then the 10 would be the icing on the cake, meaning yeah, it's a done deal. This is all gonna go. Yeah.
If you were to know, what will a 10 look like in detail?
It'll be a wonderful day because I would have things are going smoothly with the items that I required help from for. Then I would have the mental space and creative energy to take it to the next level without worrying about the stuff that I actually needed help with. So that would be a 10, and I would be 100% completely drenched in taking it to the next level or in my creative space. So yeah, that it feels very good that I know that I'm going to experience a different year and not the same one from the past year, or recycle the past into the present kind of thing.
That's amazing. I'm just curious to know, at the start of this conversation, where on the scale were you?
um, 0 or 1, I would say maybe 1. It's quite pretty low because it's been pending for very long, and I'm always having stuck in a conversation with myself. But having a conversation in openness, right? I think I can hear myself, and you've helped me reflect in that to sort of reflect back on my thought process also, and it opens up um, avenues in my thought process because I was having a conversation with myself in my head, yeah, and I have my own biasness that tend to hold me back or weigh me down, and I get tired with the conversation, so I don't have it often, but time to time it surfaces because I know that I have to do something. So when I started, I was probably at a 1, I would say. There's no clarity in terms of where I want to go because the conversation was a lonely one with myself. And I can only have answers for myself. But having said that, like when I express myself in an open way, um, I get that benefit of hearing myself, and you've helped me with uh, thought-provoking questions and insights, I would say, to have a deeper dive into my understanding.
Well, and I'd like to acknowledge you for the progress you have made from 1 to 9 in such a short time in this conversation. And yeah, I just want to acknowledge you for that.
Thank you. Thanks for your help. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you for the opportunity. So, what other resources or support do you need to help you in taking the actions?
I think once I've done that list to be able to identify it, and the resource will be my wife. So she helps me make sure that I say what I'm going to do kind of thing. So she probably be the resource to hold me accountable. And the next step would be to solidify that part of it, to meaning to say that to actually get it going. Yeah. My wife would be the best resource or accountability partner. Yeah. She give me a earful and probably my ears will grow bigger.
And how will you celebrate when you have achieved this?
I will be happy every day, because I'll celebrate every day to answer the question, and knowing that it has like it helped me evolve, and then I've taken off one um hurdle, and the return was I get the time and the energy to do what I want to do next. So and it'll be a celebration every day for me to answer your question.
And how will you summarize your learning for today?
I've realized that I can be my own. I can put my foot out and trip on myself, or I can pin myself into a corner if I have a conversation purely just with myself, because I only know what I know and I don't know what I don't know. Um, and when I'm so sucked into day to day, I cannot really think clearly because there's no mental capacity for me in doing that. And the takeaway would be, mm, in the business world, after you've probably stabilized certain things for myself, I'm speaking for myself, are those things that are not so crucial. You can actually park them to one side and get somebody to help you with it. And that would free up um, my time and creative energy to take it to the next level. So I was weighing myself down with a self-induced conversation, I should say, that put me into a coma and not having that realization. Yeah.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about this topic before we close the session?
With this topic, I think it's been very helpful having this coaching session because I get to hear myself in a more vocal manner and rather than a monologue within my head. And it gives me insight also into my present day of thought in terms of my thinking. Can I evolve it beyond that or not? So if I'm stuck, I'm stuck. So what do I do next? So I need to have a conversation with like a coach like you or somebody who, who can see it from a different angle. Like you had the observations and stuff like that. Yeah.
Thank you, Balan.
You're most welcome, Stanley.
So will this be now a good time to close the session?
Yes, please. Yeah, definitely.
Thank you so much for your time, Balan.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Thanks for
Thank
your help.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.